All right, so let's go over the final paper, and that'll be due the last night of class. And the uh, the Dropbox is under class 15, which is the last class. Um, so there's a Dropbox there, should work. Um, now it should work. Okay, so let's see. Um, so basically, I'd just like you to follow the outline. You know, you could even label the sections, part one, part two, part three, and just answer the questions. That's it. I gave you very specific instructions for the paper, but we can talk about each section. So it's due right before the last class so that hopefully, if you're able to come on Zoom or be in class informally, you could share what you wrote about with your classmates, just so you can hear about each other's paper, maybe some of your thoughts. So APA style, I shouldn't have to correct grammar or punctuation. You should reread it, use grammar check if you need to. It should be 4 to 5 content pages, which is almost nothing, and 7 to 8 total pages. So the total pages include, the title page, an abstract, references, 1-inch margins. So don't say write part one and then indent the answer. Don't use the automatic indentation. The whole thing should be 1-inch, not just the titles of the sections. And let's see, font, Times New Roman, my favorite font, except for Bookerly, and 12 pitch. Spacing is normal double space, not 2.5. So paper should include a minimum of 4 references from the library, online journals, books, whatever you like, no textbooks, actual books written by the theorists that you're talking about, or journals, professional journals from the library. No web pages, nothing like that. And in order to use a reference, they have to be cited in the paper. You actually have to use them in the paper. Don't use long quotes. Please don't quote Corey. All right, I've said that for every exam. Yeah, all Corey does is give you an overview of actual theorists. So use the actual theorists. All right. So just follow the outline. So you've got the title page, you've got an abstract, you've got part one. So I can't really, I mean, if you write a page about part one and include what it asks for, you've got an A on part one. It's about you. So the problem is no more than 1 page on part one. This is not a paper about your characteristics. It's 1 page about your characteristics. So Corey's book has a list of personal characteristics of effective counselors in it. This is also required by CACREP, and that's why he includes it in his book. Basically, now that you're completing this course in counseling theory, what have you learned by studying these theories from a personal perspective, and how do you rate your personal characteristics in relation to those needed to be an effective counselor? What positive characteristics do you already possess, and what characteristics need improvement? How will you pursue this self-improvement? This is not any characteristic. Sometimes students write, I'm good with animals. Well, that's nice, but it's not one of Corey's characteristics that he writes about in the chapter. So you must use Corey's list of characteristics. So talk about each one. You've got an entire page to do it. So what are your positive characteristics? Give me a 1 or 2 sentence example. What characteristics do you still need to work on in order to be an effective counselor? Give me some examples. Most importantly, how are you going to work on them? Be specific. How are you going to improve in those areas? All right, that's your first content page of the paper. Should be easy. Part 2, choose one and only one theory as your personal theoretical foundation in counseling. Once again, you are not teaching the theory. This is not a paper about the theory. We all know the theory. So don't tell me about the theory. Describe why you chose that theory personally. Why does this theory fit you as an individual? How does it fit you as a professional counselor? Maybe you want to work with addictions. Maybe you want to work in school counseling. Maybe you want to work with a specific population or an age group. Why would this theory fit both your personality as an effective counselor and the population with whom you hope to work? So you're not telling me about the theory. You're telling me about why you chose this theory. Why does this theory fit your personality, your counseling style, the population you're working with? And so this is 2 to 3 pages, 2 pages, total pages, like not 1.5, 2 total pages to 3. And basically, this is the section where you use your 4 references. And we're not filling up half a page with a quote. You're putting it in your own words, 1 or 2 sentences for each reference, and you're going to cite them. All right, part 3. And, this can be anything you want. It doesn't have to be a page, What's your personal reaction to this course, this assignment? More importantly than that, what do you perceive your future role to be in the counseling field? You came into this field for a reason. You're spending 2 years to get a counseling degree. Why? What do you want to do with it? What are your hopes and dreams? Okay, then write a summary and conclusion. Should be a paragraph. And students will briefly present their final papers in class. If you're present or on Zoom, informally, couple minutes, basically sharing some of your thoughts. All right, that is the paper. I tried to be as specific as possible. Any questions about the paper? Don't wait till the last minute. You might have an emergency, you never know what's going to happen. Last night, my dog ate rabbit poop, sick all day. What a mess. You never know what might get in the way of you writing this paper. So do it early. All right. What else? Yes.
So each one of these things is its own page. So like title page is a page, abstract is going to be its own page.
Yeah, and the references.
Summary.
No, summary is not. It's part of that last section, part 3. Summary is part of section 3. But don't write like, if you're writing section 1 and I say a page, don't write like half a page and skip to the next page. You know what I mean? Yeah. Other questions? Nothing? You're feeling good about the paper? As long as you follow the outline and include 4 references, you can't go wrong. All right.